up, babes? Welcome back to another video. My name is Kay and this is Crown Baller. As you can see from the title, we are doing some tips and tricks for a seamless quick weave. So let's get into it. Now, the first thing we're going to start off with is our foundation, which is our braid pattern. I like to do small braids going to the side of my head, and then of course some anchor braids going around my leave out. Now, if you don't have a lot of hair or you don't know how to braid, you can also, put your hair in a ponytail or two braids in the back and kind of pin them up that way. You also want to get some of these wax strips, and honestly, these were my first time using the wax strips, and like I would 10 out of 10 recommend them for every install that I do underneath my wig cap, not only for the application and protecting my natural hair from the glue, but also for the removal of the quick weave. Honey, no problem, no time, easy work. Next, we're going to get into actually protecting our hair. So I'm going to use this Robert Diamond's Shield Protectant, and this is going to create a barrier in between the glue and our hair. And also, this stuff is very sticky. It kind of reminds me of like Elmer's glue. So you want to make sure that it does not get on your leave out, because you will have to wash your whole head or wash the leave out again. And also, you want to make sure that it is completely dry. I like to go on top with the red can of ebin spray and add that as another layer. And honestly, this just helps for me the glue stick better with the tracks. So it allows me to wear the hair longer, and I don't have to worry about like my tracks slipping. Next, getting into the hair. Obviously, you can use any hair you want, but I decided to try some beauty supply store hair. This is the purple hair pack, and I did get 2 packs of this hair. This is a bob that I'm trying to go for. So I wanted to get, I believe I got the lengths either 8 or 10 inch, and I used 10 packs, and that was the glue that I'm using. Now, I do not recommend this glue. There is so many other glues out there on the market, and this was the one that I've always used, but for some reason I'm just not liking it anymore. It's not holding my, my foundation, my hair as much as I want it to be. Now, as a part of laying the tracks, so for this hairstyle in particular, I'm just laying my tracks in a horseshoe or U-shaped motion. I'm just bringing my tracks, cutting them, measuring them all the way to the very top of that leave out. And then once I have enough tracks laid there, I'm going to just start to lay them just to kind of meet where I've laid the U. So this is my first pack, and then I'm going in with a second pack, and of course I'm adding some of that ebin spray to help with the stickiness, to keep my tracks nice and secure on my cap. Now, one thing I will say about this hair is that you don't need that much, especially for this hairstyle. But now that we get to the top by our leave out, you see the U shape that I have left. Now I'm going to put as least hair as possible up here, but enough to cover up all of the other tracks that we've kind of made into a U, if that makes sense. So you see me kind of taking that one piece and moving it all the way to the front, and then I'm taking my very last piece and I am making sure that it measures all the way from the one side of my leave out all the way to the other, and then I just cut off my excess and add a little bit more of that ebin to just secure it down before I go in with the blow dry. Now, this part is very tedious, but it's very necessary. If you have a hooded dryer, this is the best time to just sit under there for a few minutes, maybe 20 or 30 minutes. And now we get into our cut. So this is completely on a non-professional basis. I am not a professional, so if you aren't either, honey, we're perfect for the job. So I'm getting into my cut, and I'm just starting to cut where I want it first, and then I kind of just go in and adjust from there. And I'm kind of, you see, I'm kind of like inching my scissors along. I'm not just cutting all in one chunk, just because I don't want to cut too much. If you cut the weave, baby, it's not gonna grow back, okay? So you want to cut longer than shorter, and this is me kind of measuring up exactly where my other side is. Now this side, this says don't be afraid to ask for help, because that's exactly what I did. I can't see the back of my hair, and I didn't have a mirror to show me exactly what was going on, so I asked for a helping hand, and we kind of just tag team the cut to see exactly where I want it. Now, child, one of my sides was definitely longer than the other, okay? So to not make that mistake, just make sure that you are kind of measuring your hair from the front to the back, and if you do have another mirror, I would definitely recommend it. Now we're going to go into blending our leave out with the hair, And of course, always, 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 we're protecting our natural hair by any means necessary. Yes, this is a protective style, so we have to protect our natural tresses always. So I'm using some Silk Elements heat protectant to go ahead and protect my hair before I hit it with my hot comb. And then I'm just going to press my hair on either side to just blend in with the weave. Now, my hair was a little bit darker than what my weave was, but that's okay because the blend made it worthwhile. Okay, so we just got a little bit of dimension and it's cute that way. Also, I would just recommend that you just not use both packs of hair. For a bob look, you don't need that much hair. So that if that was one of the things that I would recommend, it would definitely be that. Now, obviously, if you want longer hair, you can use as much hair as you want, but for the bob, I just recommend less hair because you don't want that like choppy bob look once you cut it. You want it to be like nice, flowy, and natural looking instead of, stiff. And I feel like with the more hair you put, it makes your bob stiff, if that makes sense. So unless you're going with a maximum shape, honey, less is more always. So after a few bumps, I went ahead and finished the look. I didn't get to film a outro, but the turnout was super cute. Let me know how you babes think about this style. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Ciao. Oh, 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 oh.